parents, it's Miss Lime. I wanted to kind of stop in here and let you know a new thing that we're going to be doing in first grade for the remainder of the year. You're going to be getting this paper coming home today. It's two-sided. I went ahead and had it projected because it's going to be easier to see, and that way you can remember, oh, this is the paper I'm talking about, okay? This is a list of 100 high-frequency words that your child needs to master before moving on to second grade. Now, we will continue learning other high-frequency words, but these are the 100 first grade high-frequency words that we have selected that we believe your child needs to know in order to be successful throughout first grade. What does it mean to master that word? Well, they need to be able to read it automatically. They just need to see it and know right away that that is. They also need to be using these words throughout their writing and spelling them correctly. Many teachers in first grade will utilize using a word wall or a personal word journal where students will be able to have these words on hand to help them practice. Different teachers use different strategies also throughout the classroom, whether it be through centers or word work, learning time to practice these high-frequency words. But I wanted to go ahead and show you what does it really mean to know these words automatically. Our suggestion to you is to write these cards on note cards at home, one list at a time. By no means do we expect you to know 100 words right away. This is a list of 100 words for the entire school year, and we've broken them down into 10 lists. Each list has 10 words. Okay, so I suggest writing them on little note cards like this. I have a little baggie, list 1. Here are all 10 words in list 1, okay? It's important to do this because every time you practice these at home, if you read them in the same order, all, by, the, was, can, and so on, what's actually most likely happening is that your child is just memorizing the order. Now, a lot of students can appear like they do know what they are reading, when in fact they are just memorizing the order. And rather than just going forwards one day and backwards the next day, we really suggest writing them on note cards, mixing them up each day, because this will ensure that your child really does know that. Many times I've seen a student sit down and it doesn't matter what I'm showing them, they are saying them in the order that is on the list. So they just know, oh, it's sight word list 1, here's the list I have memorized, okay? Now, if you don't have note cards, that is totally okay. You have some notebooks at home as a part of their school supplies. You can just take that, cut it into smaller pieces of paper, and practice using them, okay? Now, I do want to be very quick and explain what we say is reading it automatically. When they see this word, as soon as you can see that it's the word like, they need to also understand, oh, like. Now, they are still learning it, so it may take a second for them to look at it and say, like. If they're having to pause for more than 2 or 3 seconds to recognize this word, while they may eventually get it, unfortunately, they have not yet mastered this word. So it would be one that we're still working on. If they have to stop to sound it out, like, that is a wonderful skill. It does tell me, though, that they are still learning the word. So as quickly as you recognize, oh, that's the word she, they also need to recognize that's the word she. And that just shows us that they truly have mastered and identified their high-frequency words. I hope this helps kind of explain this paper that's coming home and what we're looking for when we are assessing sight words. Sight words will be assessed, high-frequency words will be assessed by each individual classroom teacher kind of on a rotating basis. Personally, in my classroom, I will test each student one list at a time every other week. So they won't be tested every week, and I'll assign a specific day like, oh, you're going to be tested on Mondays. That just means I'm going to pull them to my table. We'll go through a list at a time. If they pass it, we'll move on to the next one. If not, we're going to keep practicing it, and that's okay. Now, that will vary based on who you have as your teacher this year in first grade, okay? But we did want to let you know this is going to be going on all year long. If you have any additional questions about what the high-frequency word assessing is going to look like this year, or what are some extra tips you could use at home, please reach out to your classroom teacher. That way they can better help you and understand what it's going to look like in their classroom. We can't wait to start reading so many books this year, and learning these high-frequency words is really going to benefit your child. Thanks so much, and good luck learning!